This is not a video I wanted to make, bro. And as y'all can see, I need to hurry up and fix this because it's about to rain soon. Can you see that, chat? It's like water, bro. 75,000 miles on this car, by the way. And this is soaked. Dude, like, bro. Literally wet. And I just took some water out of here. Like, bro, what is that, dude? Literally soaked. Alright, well chat, as y'all can see from the title and the thumbnail, unfortunately we have been hit with the famous VQ sunroof drain leak. I bought stuff for the passenger side yesterday because I know that's where your BCM and stuff is. And this morning something told me to check the driver's side because I was still smelling that smell, but I was like, okay, let me just check it to see. And as y'all just saw, we have water, way more water on the driver's side than we do on the passenger side. And you do have some fuses and stuff over here, so you kind of want to get that done. Anyways, man, I'm not gonna yap too much. I want this video to be short and simple for y'all that also have this problem. I saw a lot of videos out there and they really weren't that great, so I'm gonna go to Lowe's real quick, buy the stuff, show y'all what it is, and then we're gonna get to removing the trim on here really quick, and we're gonna try to see if we can tackle this today. All right, chat, so we are back from Lowe's. And this is what we got. So I think I low-key got a little bit too many of these things, especially these hose clamps. I didn't get any specific size for those of y'all wondering. I just got some small ones that were big enough to fit around these hoses. So you're gonna want to make sure you get these same exact hoses though. So I got the clear ones, just I don't know, just so I can see, make sure water's passing through and stuff like that. And I low-key think I got a little bit too much of this too because it's like 10 foot, I think. Yeah, probably could have used one of these for both, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna do both sides today. Now, if you're only gonna do one side, you probably only need one of those, but and then you want to make sure you get 2 of these and 2 of these because you're gonna need one for where you're gonna cut at, and then you're gonna need the other one for the other side too as well. So I'm gonna let y'all screenshot this or something. Make sure y'all get the same sizes and everything. It's very important. Also, if you have an interior trim remover tool, that will come in handy. So I suggest you use that instead of just pulling stuff off. That way you don't break any tabs. I've seen some people take off the glove box. You don't gotta do that shit, bro. But yeah. All right, so I started to get started. I was gonna work my way up from the top to the bottom, but you actually have to, in order to pull the carpet all the way off, you gotta take this back piece off where your BCM and all that stuff is. I believe is behind here, and then you'll take this off first to be able to take this off, and then once you get this whole long shit out and this out, then you can take the carpet out easier. And then you're also gonna have to take these things off like I said before earlier, and then I think you should be good. And then you're gonna have to take this side piece off and then take this off so that you could take this off, and then I'll get back with y'all when I can figure out how to get this shit off. All right, chat, so first piece is off. Now we can take out the carpet. As you can see, the carpet is like hooked into these right here, so it's gonna be kind of hard to take the carpet off without this. Basically I just took my tool, went up like that all the way around. It's really hard right here, but everything else is cool. And then we're gonna take this off, and as you can see, all them electrical stuff and all of that is right there. And guess where the fucking sunroof drain is? Right there. Also, when you're taking off the carpet, it has like these little grooves too, so it should be easy to install it so your carpet is not just thrown around in here. It is kind of tight though, so you be careful. But it's pretty easy to, did I break that? No, I didn't. Okay, good. But yeah, man, also as you can see, more electrical stuff on the bottom. Not good for where water to be at. So yeah, man, let's get this fucking carpet out and let's get started with other stuff. All right, chat, so I lifted this up and it's pretty dry down here actually. I did feel here a while ago, and even now it is damp just to the touch. It smells a little funny too. So this definitely got soaked somehow. As you can see, BCM and all that shit is right there. It looks pretty dry for the most part. I'm not gonna touch any of it because I don't want to fuck anything up. And it looks like we got some ground connections right there. So yeah, you definitely don't want water soaking around in here, because I know it gets specifically in here where the foam is. I'm not gonna take it out, but I mean, it feels dry down there, so I think we're good. But we're gonna go ahead and do this anyway since we're already in here. But now that we got the carpet and stuff out, I'm gonna run the drain lines in here first. You should be able to, like, once that top part is out, you should be able to look up in there, and you should be able to see like up through here. So we're gonna take this off. I already undid the little screw that was on the side of here, and then you just, it's kind of hard to do this with one hand, but you just like kind of tilt it up like that, and then slide it out just like that. And now you got access to more of this. And then I'm gonna check back in with y'all when I get this top part off. All right, chat, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pissed off. I was literally sitting here for an hour. And when you take off these pillars, of course you gotta be careful because of the airbags. This little thing right here is such a bitch to get out. You basically, it goes in sideways. I don't know if y'all can see that, it's a rectangle. And obviously that's standing straight up, so getting that out once it's in there is gonna be kind of hard. So you're gonna have to turn it with some pliers. Turn it sideways and it'll come out. But I don't know if you could take it. I was gonna take my tool and like stick it in a little groove and just pop it out, but looks like it's in there pretty good. And I didn't want to do that because I was scared I was gonna break it. But now, just pull this up and it comes out just like that. Yes, sir. Fuck, shit took forever. Now, as you can see, we got the lines exposed. Probably gonna cut about, I don't know, maybe right here, because I don't feel like dealing with that shit ever again. I'm probably gonna cut it like right here. And then put the other lines down there, and then start rerouting stuff through here. And then that's it. All right, we got the carpet pulled back. Your AC drain is that big tube right there. So you basically just gotta put the wires like down in this little area right here. That's also why I was saying you don't have to put this whole fucking carpet like up. You really don't have to. Unless you have water everywhere down here and you want to clean it out, then you can. I don't. It was just that part that was wet. So, all right, chat. So I got the line in there. I don't know if I did a good job, but I really didn't want it near any wires, and it's kind of near that one, but it could probably be pushed out of the way. I'll probably do that afterwards, but I don't know. Couldn't really figure out a better place to put it, but I'm about to cut probably right about maybe here. Yeah, like right here or something like that. Yeah. All right, so we made our little incision, and as you can see, it looks pretty good. And I mean, it's a little loose compared to the newer hose, but I mean, this is an older hose, so that's to be expected. That's why we have the hose clamps. But I mean, I guess if you wanted to use zip ties, it could work too, but I don't know if I would do that or not. But yeah, man, we made our incision, so we're about to put that up there like this, and then we'll get started with the bottom. All right, chat, look at how perfect that is. I almost don't even really need to use the clamps for real, but I'm gonna use them because this side is the looser side. And I just wanna make sure I have a tight seal on there, but damn, that shit's perfect. All right, chat, that's how we looking. Pretty good, everything's nice and tight and secure. All right, chat, so as y'all can see, we got the trim off. Everywhere was much easier this time since I knew how to take the airbag stuff apart. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna run the line above the steering wheel and stuff. Let me kind of zoom out here so you can see. And then we're gonna, the hole for the transmission that a lot of people can't find is like right above here, and it'll come out the other side because your other end of the vent is over here too. Just gotta find that space. Some Infinitis it might look different because I think the video I was watching, this dude's piece right here was like black or something. So literally you just stick it in that space and then up and over. And make sure you got it going kind of up. So the hardest part honestly is getting it over all this junk. I don't know if I can see it like in the middle there in the back. You can kind of see like that little clear piece. Up and over. Try not to mess with any of this stuff because you know Nissan stuff be finicky. And then it comes out that side and it's gonna go up into like all of there and come up and over. And I'm gonna cut right here in the same spot over again. So, all right, chat, now as y'all can see, we got the line ran through all the way in. We're gonna do the same thing we did to that side over there. So what I did was I ran the line all the way down the side. I guess you really don't have to take these off, but it is kind of helpful to be able to see and like grab things. So I would say you should, but you don't have to. It's a little bit of a mess here right now. Hold up, and like, let me 0.5 this for y'all. I'm gonna fix this so that everything is going over the steering stuff, and I also did it so that I can have my, you know, my brake and everything, parking brake and everything good. Same thing with the gas pedal, as y'all can see right here. I got it going behind this little line. I'm gonna make everything a little bit nicer. Some people didn't do this. I don't understand why you wouldn't, since your feet is down here, and if you snag something or break something or pop something loose, then you're kind of fucked, because this is just gonna get straight wet since you're ditching the OEM drain port stuff. All right, chat, we looking good so far. Get that part done. That part done. Filming the neighbors, bro. And now we literally, the last part is just to route this through the trans tunnel, get it linked up with this side, finally connect all that stuff up, and then hopefully we are in business. All right, chat, got it come through the other side. It's all the way back here. I had to take the vent off. I really didn't want to, but it didn't break. It's pretty easy to go back on. So as y'all can see, I'm trying to get y'all a good picture, bro. You just gotta follow this wire, the AC drain, so it's kind of easy as long as you can get that. But even if not, there's still some space up there where you can run it to too. Actually, that's actually where mine is coming from. So yeah, man, it's pretty easy as long as you follow the top part. And now we're gonna connect them into the AC drain, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, chat, so once you got everything in here, you're gonna want to do something that looks like, something that looks like this. It's a little loose right now because I was adjusting things to make sure it's perfect and to my liking. You're gonna make something like this, and then once you have it up a little more, you're gonna do the same thing where it's going into the hose. So you have to put that brass clamp inside both ends of the AC drain tube, so where you have that one coming up into the clear tube. And then I'll show y'all what I mean, but that's basically what you want to do. And then you want to kind of have everything angled down, so even when you're putting it over there, because I just have to readjust some stuff too, that's why this is way longer than it was before. But you basically want this downward into the AC drain, and you're chilling, bro. And let me get y'all a little close up so y'all can see. That's what that's for. You want to make a little, you want to cut a little piece of the tubing too. Use some excess that you had from earlier. That way you can make this clear one go into this, and then you just use your hose clamps to make sure everything is nice and tight, and we should be chilling. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the incision into the AC line. All right, so you're gonna cut the line, and then you're gonna find that they don't exactly fit in snug like they do to the other lines, because these lines are a little bit bigger. You can get a 3/8 one, but I'm just gonna use this one, and then I'm gonna use the other things to tighten this down as much as possible. And then if it doesn't work, well, we got to deal with having a little leak, at least until I can run a Lowe's and get a different one. But it's not raining today. Just my AC would be kind of fucked up leaking in my car, but I'll just turn that shit off. Damn, pole went so much low. But yeah, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna try it out and see how tight it is, and then if I feel like I need to get another one, I'm gonna get another one. And then yeah, I'm probably gonna do that now, so I don't have to worry about it later. And then we're gonna do the same to the top, and then we're gonna test it out. All right, chat, so that's how it's supposed to look like. Probably went with a bigger brass piece right here. I'm gonna see if it works, but well, I know if my fucking driver's side seat is wet, because it's definitely not, because we're gonna have AC line running through here and both the sunroof drains. So should be good though, because the drain is really like right here, so most of the water should make it out. I don't know, we'll see. I'm hoping that it'll be good, but if not, then I'll just go and get another one. All right, chat, I'm all done. This is how everything's supposed to look. I didn't clamp those hoses yet. I'm probably going to, but I just wanted to test the water and make sure everything's gonna drain out and that this part isn't gonna leak. And then as long as that part is straight, then I'm closing up shop. I'm about to test that out right now, let y'all see. Just pour a whole bunch of water down here. All right, chat, moment of truth, man. does kind of pool up right here, but I don't think there's much I can really do about that. No leaks, it's holding up tight, so I think we're good. Let's see on the bottom here. As you can see, it's wet, so all the water came out. I'm gonna try to do some tweaking, but other than that, that is pretty much it.